This video is about decluttering my home to create space through minimalism. There's a quiet moment that happens when you walk into your home. Before the noise, before the to-do list, it's the feeling your space gives you when you first arrive. For a long time, I didn't realize how much my surroundings were speaking to me. How every item, every drawer, every closet was holding on to a version of my life. Today, I wanted to talk about letting go. Not in this dramatic way, in like a let's get rid of everything kind of way, but more in a soft, intentional way of letting go to make space, and not just in your home, but in your mind, in your energy, and in your life. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, and welcome to my channel. When I reflect on the past and I think back to my old spaces, I can almost see them clearly. I used to have this Calyx IKEA shelf that was so big it was almost like a room divider bookshelf. And every single one of those cubbies had a basket filled with something, whether it was holiday decor, craft supplies, sewing patterns, paint, projects that I always meant to go get to, but I never did. I had clothing for every possible occasion, a closet dedicated to winter coats alone, and I had 3 sets of dishes, plaid teacups, this beautiful mohair sweater that I wasn't even looking for, but how could I pass up such a great deal? So many vintage finds that felt so special and too good to leave behind, even if they didn't quite fit into my life just yet. At the time, it all felt harmless, even a little bit exciting. Looking back, I've really come a long way. Today, the holidays look like 2 strands of simple white lights, 1 set of dishes for 4 place settings for a 3-person household, a much, much smaller closet, and shopping is no longer how I spend my weekends or my time. And what's interesting, I don't feel like I'm really missing out on anything. If anything, I feel like I've gained something that I didn't know that I was losing before: space to breathe. For a long time, I think I believed that every new item that made my way into its house would somehow improve my life, that it would make my home a little cozier, it would make me more stylish, or just give me more ways to feel creative. And I don't really regret those years, because without them, I don't think I would truly appreciate where I'm at today. Now, instead of thinking about what I'm going to buy next, I focus on how to enjoy what I already have. And that shift alone has really changed so much. It's been about 1.5 years since my last big declutter, so I know that I was overdue. And the spaces that I use on a daily basis for me are easy to maintain. But it's those closets or those cabinets or corners that I avoid, that I rarely open up. I was doing some research, and did you know that the average household has over 300,000 items? And the average home has tripled in size over the last 50 years. It's so easy to fill up a home when there's space to store all your things. But just because you can store it doesn't mean that we should. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to anchor yourself in the past without even realizing it? Our homes quietly hold old versions of ourselves, old hobbies, phases, intentions. before I started decluttering this time, I asked myself one simple question. What kind of home do I actually want to have? And this isn't just about how the home looks, but I wanted to ask myself how I wanted to make me feel. Calm, light, restful. And then I asked myself something even more important. Is this space supporting who I am today or who I used to be? I kept asking myself, what fits into my life right now? And what still makes sense in the next year from now? I've heard this rule before, but this time it really landed for me. If I have not touched something in the last year, it might be time to let it go. That doesn't mean you need to declutter every section of your house in one weekend. I would say you can start small. Start with your purse or a drawer or one shelf at a time. Start somewhere that feels manageable, somewhere that lets you experience and release without the overwhelm. As I moved through my home, I kept reminding myself to honor where I am in the process, because there can be guilt, like I paid good money for this, or I really should have used this, or there can be regret or nostalgia, or the version of ourselves that we thought that we'd become, but we just never ended up using those things, or just holding on to something and thinking, these are perfectly good such and such, like fans that I pulled out of my cabinet that I just don't use anymore. And I paid good money for them, but they just don't fit in my life. I've got ceiling fans, and there's just no need for me to store all these tabletop fans. And it was taking up almost my entire cabinet space that, letting those go, I have so much more space. Keeping something just because it once mattered before doesn't mean that it still deserves space in your life. If it doesn't serve you now, it's taking up valuable real estate, not only physically, but mentally as well. And there's something I do want to go over with, and this is one thing I learned, is to be careful with that I'll sell this pile. Unless it is a true high value item, selling keeps us from getting rid of and purging those items. Nowadays, it is so easy to get everyday items with a click of a button to the next day. So if you have a big stack of these things of, I'm going to sell this, go ahead and do yourself the favor. Go ahead and donate it. Give it to a family or friend. Don't have that just stacking up with just piles of more things for you to have to contend with later on. Holding on to things with conditions only delays your freedom. Even though I purged before I moved about 1.5 years ago, I was surprised to see how much I had still accumulated within that 1.5 years. And there were still things that were ready to be released that I just haven't even touched. I kept thinking, I'll use this sometime or maybe. But once all that clutter left, something shifted for me. I just felt so much lighter and clearer, not just physical space, but my mental space as well. I didn't realize how much energy that I was using just remembering what I owned, or tracking it, or storing it, or remembering where I put it. It takes a lot to manage our stuff. And it's that visual clutter that is just there even when you don't notice it. Even if it's behind a closed cabinet or a door, you know it's still there. Letting go really taught me how to move forward differently. Now, before I bring something new into my home, I ask, do I absolutely love this item? Is it durable, sustainable? Is it versatile? Can it serve more than one purpose? will it support me over a long period of time in my life? Do I want this item taking up space, not only in my home, but in my mind as well? You deserve to live in a home that feels light, peaceful, and supportive, not a place that's quietly draining your energy with just piles of things that need to be sorted, organized, or dealt with. Your home should reflect who you are right now, and sometimes the most loving thing that you can do for yourself is to simply let it go. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.